Hey guys, it's Karen Merrill. Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Clickbank Success and how to achieve your goals. And if this is your first time to the channel, welcome. This channel is all about affiliate marketing, how to make money online, how to make money from home, and how to have freedom and choices to do what you love. And if those are topics that are of interest to you, go ahead and click the subscribe button and the bell icon. That way you can be notified when I upload new videos. And if you're returning to the channel, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. This is about Clickbank Success, 9 steps to your goals. This can apply to anything in your life. And this comes from a CD series that I was listening to called Millionaire Success Secrets. And the person that gave this talk was Bill Bartmann, who was a very successful entrepreneur, a billionaire. And he came from nothing and had great success in his life. So he knows a thing or two about how to achieve goals. So we have 9 steps that he went through. The first one is really important, is you want to make sure that your goal that you're setting is really your own goal. There's so many people that go through life and they've chased something, they've set goals, they're going after something that isn't even their own goal. You know, like people that go to medical school and they become doctors, and that never was their goal. It was their parents' goal. So you have to spend a good amount of time sitting down and figuring out what it is that you really, really want. Because most people don't know what they want, and therefore they never get it. So that's number 1. Number 2, I've never heard this before, but it makes perfect sense. If you change the semantics, rather than use the word goal, you use the word promise. Because the word goal has intuitively something that is something that you're striving for, you hope to attain. But promise has a more potent meaning. Like when you give somebody your promise, you intend to keep it. You intend to do it. And the same thing when you give yourself a promise, that's something that you promise yourself that you're going to do. You're going to really achieve it. And an example that he gave was super powerful. He said when he was 17 years old, he was drunk one night and he fell down the stairs and he fractured his spine. And he woke up in the hospital. He was paralyzed from the waist down. And he said that one night his parents and the doctor and priest gathered around his bed, and the doctor said, "Bill, we're sorry. You know, we've run all the tests. We've run some of them twice, but you're never going to walk again." And he said he ran this thing up and down his leg that put pinpricks, and he started to bleed, but he didn't feel it. And he said that he cried and he cried, but he promised himself that he would prove that doctor wrong, that he would walk out of that hospital. And 5 months later, he walked out of the hospital. And he said, "I never would have achieved that goal unless I had promised myself that I would do it." Number 3 is that you clearly identify your promise and be as specific as you can about what it is that you want. It has to be very, you can't just say, "I want to make a lot of money on Clickbank. I want to do this on Clickbank." You want to be very, very specific on what it is that you want to achieve by what time frame. Number 4, you're going to identify your personal motivator, and it can be positive or it can be negative. In the case of Bill, it was a negative motivator because he was going to show the doctor that he was going to walk again. Or it can be a positive motivator, that you have certain things in your life that are very important to you, that's going to cause you to achieve your goal. And one of the most powerful things to identify what motivates you is called 7 Levels Deep. I'm going to leave a link below this video to that. It's by Dean Graciosi. And you ask yourself, like, why do you want to do this? And then you keep asking yourself why, and you get deeper and deeper and deeper until you get to 7 levels deep. And that's really why you're going after your goal. If you don't know why you're going to quit, because it's going to get hard. You're going to feel like quitting, and unless you know exactly why it is that you're doing it, you will never succeed. And number 5 is to create a promise plan. So you have to have a plan to go along with your promise. You have to have a way that you're going to achieve this. Number 6 is to review your plan regularly. He calls it a pocket promise. So take your goal, put it on an index card, and laminate it, and take it everywhere you go. That way you'll always be reminded of your goal throughout the day. It'll be in your pocket. You can touch your hand to your goal. I carry mine in my pocket everywhere I go, and I review it several times a day. And you have to tell yourself that you'll do it. By doing that, you're reinforcing it in your subconscious mind. And he gave an example of Dennis Rodman, who was the best rebounder in the NBA. And before the game, everybody else would be warming up, but he would be sitting on the bench with headphones on, and people would be getting very irritated with him and wondering, what he was doing. But he would always tell people that he was listening to Pearl Jam. But in fact, he was listening to Dennis Rodman, his own voice, telling Dennis Rodman that he was the best rebounder in the NBA. So that's super powerful. And I heard that from Bob Proctor as well. You can put on a voice recording on your phone, in your own voice, what it is that you have already achieved. So that's something I've done as well, and that's super powerful. Number 8 is to tell others about your promise. First of all, it holds you accountable and gives you incentive to accomplish. And then it also gives you resources that you may not have otherwise had, because people will show up to start to help you. And that's what masterminds are for, and just holding yourself accountable. And the last one is to envision the result. You have to see yourself there and what it will be like. Like Dennis Rodman, he pictured himself being the best rebounder, and he told himself that over and over again. And something else that Bill said that I've heard before, and I'm glad of this reminder, is that before you go to sleep at night, the last thought that you should have before you go to bed should be your promise. So if you want to become a Clickbank millionaire, what will that look like to you? What will your life look like? And that's the last thing you want to have in your mind before you go to bed, because what happens is your subconscious mind then goes to work to figure out how that will happen while you're sleeping. It actually works for you while you're sleeping, rather than thinking about something that you're worried about before you go to bed, which is what most people do, worry about money or whatever, that's going on in their life that they're worried about. So that is a super, super powerful tip right there. So those are the 9 steps of how to achieve your goal and having Clickbank success. And I hope you guys enjoyed these tips and will really work on them. He said to spend 20 minutes a day going through these 9 steps, because there's 20 minutes a day that we waste on all kinds of things, watching TV or whatever. But spending 20 minutes a day doing this will help you to get to where you want to be. And there's a reason why this was called Millionaire Success Secrets, because that's all these people that were speaking on the CD had accomplished millionaire status, and Bill was a billionaire. So he obviously has taught many people. He gave a lot of success stories as far as people that he experienced becoming millionaires using his training. So this definitely does work. Again, I hope you enjoyed this, got some value out of it. If you did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you're interested in learning how my #1 recommendation for making money online, go ahead and click the first link in the description below this video. And go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye now.